All right. How are you, mental masturbators? This building is finished finally. Honestly, I think it's 5-6 years. But today, I don't want to talk about this stuff. I want to talk about something else. And I was gathering some of my degrees and documents and my transcripts, and I saw my undergrad degree. So, and reminded me a lot of things. And I am 28, turning 29. It was about 10 years ago that I finished high school. I had to choose a major for my undergrad, and it was a big issue for me. I think I moved on with it. I'm much better. I don't think about this stuff anymore. But since it has been a decade and it came to my mind today, I want to mention it because I always think maybe somebody similar to me who is younger at this age wants to know my opinion. So these are some stuff I'm telling to myself. If I was now and I could talk to myself who is 10 years younger, I would probably tell him. So may not work for a lot of people, but on the other hand, I could not say it. I had to say it. I probably also talked about this stuff, maybe not completely just focused for this, but like during my videos I mentioned them, like mental masturbation. Oh, these are all mental masturbation, or mathematics is like applied math is bullshit, applied science is bullshit, la 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 la. And but I wanted to have one video just about this. That's it. And probably if this video is worth a lot for me, means a lot to me, I should provide it better. I should prepare better for it. But I think it's not that important for me anymore. I just want to have one video about it. And the biggest lesson is actually like this major and stuff is not that important. However, 3 months ago, I don't know how long ago, but 2 months ago, I watched one of Sam's videos about having purpose in life, and he was sharing his story when, I don't know, I think he was like in physics Olympiad. He goes, chooses a major, something about applied physics or quantum physics, and then he goes to MIT, this kind of stuff. Go find the video, I don't know exactly. And then at the end of the video he says, all right, now I was in the physics, but I went to this major, and now coding is very important. While I haven't studied, now I have money, time, and something like that. And I like Sam a lot. But once I was watching the video, I felt a lot of the our paths are similar, but the lesson I learned from that life was different, and I wanted to share it with you. So what did he say? He said, like, okay, now I want to do something that has big reward, like money, a lot of good money, something like big money, right? I don't know exactly what he said. Alright, these are Sam. Go watch the video. I just probably changed a lot of his words. But first of all, go watch his videos if you wanna know what he exactly said. I just said whatever I remember. Okay, now me. Alright. So I was 18. You go to university. In high school, I was really good in math. And by math, math has different branches. So math has analysis, which is about differentiation, limits, integration, and I really like this stuff. I had my own books that I used to read like 2 years, 3 years before my courses at high school start teaching us about integration. I mean, I remember in Iran at the year we went last year of high school, I remember actually they kind of removed integration from syllabus. So, but I had some, like, some books that help you get ready for school, but they are, for example, harder. They go more in depth about this stuff they teach in school. So I really liked proving theorems about differentiation, and it sounds funny. I liked this sentence. I liked proving theorems about differentiation. This is a funny sentence, but it was true. So I really liked. My dad taught me taught me limit, and it was the first time I really learned how to use like rigorous mathematics, rigorous reasoning. Like you have, like, I think it is first time in limits, right? Then when you get to learn, like, for all epsilon, I don't know, there exists and delta, like this 2-level logic. It was at that time. So first time I learned limit. At the same time, when I was probably 15, my dad taught me mathematical logic, how to do like rigorous reasoning in mathematics. And at that time was the time that I felt really independent in learning mathematics, and I started reading the books myself because I could read the proofs and check if everything is right or not. And I was really lucky. There was a publishing, like a book brand that went in depth in like mathematical theorems and had their proofs, and I used to read all those theorems and gave myself, because I started reading them 3 years earlier. I had a lot of time, so I gave myself a lot of times to think on those theorems and try to prove them myself. I didn't look at the proofs. Maybe after a week I used to like stealthily go read one line. If a theorem was difficult, read one line from the proof and then try to solve it myself, get a hint. So I really like this kind of stuff, like limit. And then at the same time in high school, there was this mathematics Olympiad, which was kind of challenging for me because I didn't know about it much, and it was different kind of mathematics. For example, it was about combinatorics. Okay, my stress is bad. Combinatorics. It's about combinatorics, or probably algebra. It was also about geometry, but my geometry was good too. Well, okay, if you wanna get ready for the Olympia, probably Olympia or Olympiad, you probably need to go deeper in the geometry, and those problems get much harder, but my base was good anyways. But I find that Olympiad is difficult because, I mean, it's not difficult now that I look at it. It's just you need to put time to know those stuff, and like everything else, if you put some time and study them, solve some problems, then you get good. And of course, that was tough. Those are tougher problems, like because they are supposed to be more difficult. But anyways, so I decided not to go that way, and but they were also under the branch of mathematics, and I had this feeling of belonging to mathematics, because I was the good mathematician, like the maybe one of the best. No, actually I was the best. Fuck being humble. I was the best mathematics, like a student in mathematics major, and I wanted to be good at those too, but they were not my thing at that moment. And I felt, oh, why should I study them? First of all, I didn't like them like I liked limits and differentiation and integration. They felt very intuitive to me. Those stuff were new. I didn't have any inner incentive to follow them. Like, once you study some math or something else, probably the same, you find it beautiful. You find it is interesting and challenging, and you want to solve those theorems, and you may spend like days or hours thinking about one theorem. But those like algebra or combinatorics, I was not much involved with them. I was not attracted to them. Maybe part of it is because it was not my thing. Everybody has a taste, everybody has a type, and part of it was I did not spend some time on it, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You don't like it. Like dancing, I hate dancing, and it also helps me be bad at dancing because I don't spend time on it. And something you like, you spend time on it, you get good at it. If something is fun to you, you want to spend more time on it. Like I actually created the best, honestly, I'm not joking, I created the best cocoa milk formula, and I'll put a video about it also. It is Gittard. It is overdosing your milk with Gittard. So you get good at it. If you like something, you do it more and you get good at it. If you don't like it, you don't go toward it, so you don't like it. Something like that. And where was I? Okay, all of this stuff. High school done, 18 years old. University entrance exam. I gave it. Now I have to, I already talked 15 minutes. Go get a coffee and come back. So now I have to choose major. I like to go math. Like, okay, first of all, when you're 18 you finish high school, but when you're 16 probably you choose one of these majors. Either you go to mathematics major and physics, which is either science majors like math and physics, or engineering majors. And there is another branch that you can go, medical science, like biology, and then also you can become a doctor or a dentist and those kind of stuff. and I really didn't like biology because it was all about memorizing stuff. And honestly, at that time when I was 16, I decided to choose mathematics and physics more because I hated biology. And I remember I was in the bus, and my friend, who was 1 year older than me, had his exam, and in his like it was a test, they didn't have any biology, and on the same day I had an exam, it had biology. I was pissed, and I saw it, and I was asking him, so what about biology? You didn't have biology? And he said, yeah, I chose math major. I was like, damn, that's my decision. So that's it. Get rid of biology, get rid of what you hate. But I like mathematics too. Like, even in middle school, I was famous for being really good at math. I might not be the best student, like grade wise, right? I always was number 2 or 3. There were other students better than me, but in math or physics, I was always the best. And so I'm telling this stuff. By the way, why am I telling this stuff? I said at the beginning, this is an advice to a person who is in a situation similar to me 10 years ago. So I'm telling this stuff. If it does not resonate with you, I don't care, because this video is not for you. If this is for somebody who's past, he's like 18 now, whose past is similar to me, I'm telling this video for him specifically. I will be happy if it is useful for the rest of you as well, but specifically it is for me 10 years ago and people who are like that. And it is my opinion about the situation. So what else should I say? Boston's the sky is always beautiful, and we have this airplane that cut through it. This one didn't go away. So I go to school. Okay. So I go math major 16. Then I have to choose. Okay. Then it is bullshit is aside. No biology. We are more focused on math. Also, I didn't choose going Olympiad, studying Olympiad. So it was only limits and differentiation and what is it called? Trigonometrics and all of this stuff that I liked, because I also like they're helping each other, right? Self-serving. I liked them and I was good at them. I was number 1 student. I mean, not in my school, in the whole country I was number 1. So it felt really good. I was recognized. Every 2 weeks we had a magazine that people like there was a test exam we gave. Iranians know that. I think it's going away these days, but like my name or sometimes my photo was in the magazine. Everybody was talking about me. It felt really good. It feels amazing. All right, so I really like mathematics, and everything was also encouraging for me to be a, let's see this, do you see that orange narrow part of the sky? Fantastic. So I like that, and everything was going. Okay, I get the. Now high school finished, we have to choose a major, and I remember it was one of the last exams. Me and some of my classmates were walking, and before that I liked engineering as well. I like math, but I also liked engineering as well. Most of my uncles were engineers, and I really like engineers in general. Still up to these days, I think I still am engineer inside. I'm not a mathematician, not anymore. It was something I wanted to be probably when I was 18. I wanted to be a mathematician. It was not something I wanted to be when I was 16. Alright, I'm going in more details. But alright, at 16 I was like, okay, fuck that. For sure it's an easy choice between biology and math and physics. I'm going math and physics. My father is a doctor. He goes and he works hard. Doctors have to be in their office all the time. Even these days, if I don't sleep 9 hours per night, I mean, I rather sleep 8 hours, but in practice it is 9 hours. I cannot function. And my father, he still goes 2 or 1 night per week for night shift in the hospital, and then the day after he goes to his office. I mean, if it was me, all of my patients the day after in my office would be dead. So I didn't like being a doctor as well. I mean, the money is good, but I didn't like it. And growing up, my father had a lot of friends who were engineers, a lot of friends, also family members who are doctors, and I think I had a good understanding what an engineer is. I mean, for a 16-year-old, right? And what a doctor is. So I liked engineering at the time too. It was not like course-wise, I liked math. Profession-wise, I liked engineering more. That was an easy choice for me. I didn't even think about that decision 1 second. But now when I finished high school, 18, I have to choose a major for my undergrad. It got very difficult. It was completely the opposite of the situation I had when I was choosing this. I needed to eat something because I talked a lot. But we are going. So what do I want to say? We are going to the handicapped parking, and we want to stay here. Hopefully there will be no handicapped people in the world anymore. Doctors help. Alright, it was difficult because why? First of all, okay, at that time in my hometown, Amol, I didn't know any famous mathematician. There was no mathematicians. Mathematicians are few. There are not a lot of them. But in the 2 years, like 16 to 18, I think I read too much math, studied too much math and physics, and all of those positive reinforcement from the school and everything, recognition, that I felt I really like to go become a mathematician. And since I was a kid, my dad also was always like telling stories about Gauss, or mostly Gauss, and he really also liked math, and up to these days he likes math a lot. But there was a thing that when we were making our decision, it was like, oh, first of all, a lot of people it was famous, like Sharif University undergrad, electrical engineering, or the year I was in, also maybe computer engineering. Either electrical engineering or computer engineering. That was the major. Everybody who was good in mathematics was supposed to go. Timeless major that every good mathematics students wanted to go. I didn't know anything about electrical engineering. What I knew was this the great marketing that every mathematic guy goes there. Also, what else? Also, I knew that, okay, for example, electrical engineering, if you want to be good at electrical engineering, you need to have a strong mathematics background. The same probably with software engineering. Software engineering, I didn't like it because I felt people who are better in Olympiad will end up being better at it, because it is more towards combinatorics and more towards discrete math, which I was not very good at, and I didn't like it that much. I didn't like it much because I wasn't good at, or because I didn't like it, I wasn't good at. So it's not a causal thing, it's just a feedback loop that works. And electrical engineering, I felt it was more continuous. Anyways, either you understand this stuff or you don't understand this stuff. And then what happened? So I go electrical engineering. But okay, I like to go mathematics. Like, what I liked and what I knew at the time was mathematics, was not I didn't know anything about electrical engineering. We had some courses about Kirchhoff's law in physics. Why was it? It was not crazy things about electrical engineering. And that's it. I also, even before choosing my major, I go talk to some people in Sharif University, electrical engineering, asked them, and they were very, even up to these days, it is still happening. Best students in math major go either computer engineering or electrical engineering. And I asked them, and they were from Olympiad background, concours background, and they were there. But I don't know if they were happy. Now that I look, actually most of them were depressed people, or they were hiding. Nobody was proud that he was in electrical engineering. Also, when you choose your major in first year of university, a lot of people just wanna, I did it too, oh, my major is the best. The other person is, oh, my major is the best. Which are mostly out of insecurity, or it's just a stupid competition with people from other majors to ruin their mood. So never look at these people. These people are I mean, sometimes you need to be delusional, but they are hiding their intentions, who they are. They are young, they're 20 years old, they're so insecure. And I was insecure, and I feel everybody at that time was insecure. So everybody just tries to say, oh, my major is the best. Because you cannot say, oh, I hate my major. You cannot say that. And what else? And all these people, I think other students were the same. They didn't know anything about any of this engineering stuff. They were just good at math or physics. And then you make a decision, when I was asking senior students before choosing my major, they cannot say, yeah, I made this decision and I hate myself. I think this is not something you can expect people to say. Oh, I went to electrical engineering. I am saying it now, but I think it is fair to expect most people not to tell you, okay, I went to electrical engineering and I hate it. I made a decision that ruined my life. All right, first of all, I don't believe it ruined my life, But when I was like 23, 24, I was thinking, wow, that was a terrible decision. However, funny thing, even though it was a terrible decision, I finished it and I was ranked first in electrical engineering department. That's so stupid. So okay, that's why you should not look at those people. I finished electrical engineering. I was looking at my degree 30 minutes ago before starting talking to you, and I was ranked first in a department, and I hated that major. And I think okay, let's say I want to go in more depth what I mean by hating that major. But before that, so I had this thing, okay, electrical engineering. Okay, why didn't I choose math at 18? Yes, why didn't I choose math? I think the main reason was that first, electrical engineering had a great branding, but why don't people send their kids, 18 years old are kids at our time, to mathematics while they are just very good at mathematics? Is that I think it is true up to a point also, unless they go to quant finance, that mathematics does not have a good branding as a job that provides you with good life accommodation. You cannot get rich. The best case scenario probably is becoming a professor in a good university. And to be honest, I don't think I like to be a mathematician now. At that time I liked it. Here when I was in MIT, I had 3 gym bros that were studying math. Like even after they finished their PhD, it is kind of like, it is so saturated that even after they finished their PhD, 2 of them decided it is kind of automatic. They don't even look for professorship positions. They went to postdoc for a 3-year plan after finishing your PhD at MIT. 3-year plan that you have to go, I don't know, 1 year or 2 years to Berkeley, and then 1 year to Stanford as postdocs. And we also had Tina. Tina is not a Latina. Tina is Persian. So Tina finished her mathematics. She worked with Maryam Mirzakhani, who won the Nobel Fields Prize, who won the Fields Medal in mathematics. She worked with the same, her supervisor was the same person, and she's also doing a postdoc. So I think that is a really correct, not really correct. Alright, my third gym bro, 2 of them went to postdoc. Tina went postdoc also. My third gym bro, he decided to go quant finance, which is an applied profession. It's applied math. It is not no deep mathematics, and to be honest, I think it's not pure math. That's it. There is a difference between applied math, engineering, quant finance, whatever. All of them are applied math, and pure math is you do mathematics for the sake of having fun with mathematics. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe that decision is not much different from going to electrical engineering major when you're 18 because you came to a point that okay, money matters. But I don't know. We should probably ask him how that feels for him. A lot of bullshit. I got lost. So okay, mathematics does not have a good branding as a major that that you finally end up in a good job. I think statistically it is correct. You probably won't get, not a lot of mathematicians make a lot of money. Yeah, if you ask me, are there any mathematician that makes a lot of good money? Probably yes. I think there was a hedge fund guy who was really good, famous for geometry or something. So there are, but those are exceptions. An exception is a really nice word, because if you are a student at MIT, you don't want to be normal, you want to be exceptional. So anyways, if I wanted to be exceptional, that's one question I have. If I wanted to be exceptional, I could be in math and be exceptional. I didn't need to be in electrical engineering and be exceptional at MIT. Still, put all of this aside. All right. So electrical engineering is a safer option. You have a job, which I haven't seen, honestly. Nobody hired me so far. But at that time had the branding that you become an engineer, you can make some money for yourself, worst case. And I think worst case is another critical word here, because people who I was talking with and making my decision at that time, we were making decision for the worst case. Those decisions were based on fear and not based on, and then we make these decisions based on fear and then go to the best engineering to go to the best engineering school and work exceptionally to be ranked 1 and go to even the best engineering school in the world, MIT. Me and my oldest aunt, have 12 mutual followers, but I haven't followed her yet. Anyways, so okay, I think one thing is that I like mathematics. Okay, all right. At the end, all of those things about electrical engineering are, I think, the same, because I've seen people that were very good in math, even Olympiad background, and they went to not electrical engineering but computer engineering. They didn't find that intellectual satisfaction. Even now I find it, a lot of people, I'm bored of PhD, to be honest, and I want to finish it ASAP. But even I see people who are going to industry and they're making good money, but they want to do research. So there is this intellectual satisfaction or engagement or thing that people want to do, some people want to have. Well, I'm currently blind because I was working on theoretical stuff for years and I want something more practical. So you're always seeking something you don't have, which is good, which makes us work for something, which is a good thing. Anyways, so either electrical engineering or computer engineering or computer science. This is not exactly the mathematics you liked, I liked, and I go there after 2-3 semesters. Well, after first semester, the motherfucker teacher comes to the class and takes derivative of a discontinuous function, step function, and with all arrogance says delta Dirac is its derivative. And I was like, fuck you. And like the whole 4 years of being in electrical engineering was talking about this, while I loved just proving if this function is differentiable or not. And I think it was 4th or 5th semester that I say, fuck this, I'm going to get a double major in mathematics. And I always kind of dodged all the courses which were heavily on the electrical engineering side. Any course that had lab, any course that had, I don't know, projects, codings, heavy codings, I tried to kind of copy it from last year reports. I don't know, put the least amount of energy. I was happy for the courses who were more mathematical, but to be honest, they were competitive courses among the people who were good at theory stuff, but they were not as fun, not even like 1/10 fun of having a course like mathematical analysis 1 or 2 from math department. I go math department, double major, get both. Even when it comes to my apply year, I apply some places for math because I still had this, math is amazing. Am I dumb or stupid or something? I know I hate electrical engineering. After 5 years of being in electrical engineering department, at that year I was ranked first. My fucking GPA was 19.70 something out of 20. I hated the electrical. That's crazy. I hated something and I was so good at it. Anyways, we go. I even apply for some math places. Also, one other thing was that I always wanted to study abroad, and computer engineering or electrical engineering department of my undergrad university, Sharif University, are like super famous, like an OnlyFans model on Instagram. If you study there, the odds of you getting a admission from MIT is and all these position biases, because they had a lot of great graduate students and which went to MIT, Stanford, Berkeley, and people know my undergrad university for its engineering. But math department in Sharif University does not have same reputation, nothing close. So it's not just the job. Also, I was thinking like 5 years ahead. What if I want to apply? And I know a lot of people who also have very good mathematics background but couldn't get the best university. Yes, we have, for example, Tina or Maryam Mirzakhani who got to Harvard. But I think, again, if you want to look at the statistics and see how many people go to MIT or like top level engineering universities from Sharif electrical engineering or computer science compared to mathematics, it's just undeniable. Engineering departments are better. So I always wanted to study abroad as well. So that was part of it, applying. But again, we are talking about that is for somebody who wants to be normal. For somebody who wants to be exceptional, like you want to be ranked first in a electrical engineering department, you put that energy. That's all I'm saying. Probably if you want to be exceptional in the fucking department, you put that energy in mathematics, you probably end up being somebody like Tina who can get Harvard. So I didn't. I think that was out of fear or whatever, inexperience. But you go to a major that you don't like and you try it. Anyways, I come to here, okay. And at the end, I think I'm here right now. I didn't say that I wanted to do mathematics again. I don't want to do mathematics. I think I don't see myself doing mathematics. It has been probably 5 years I didn't touch anything about pure math. Okay, and it took me some time. Like, there was this big lie that applied science, electrical engineering, computer science, they are mathematics. Even now, if you go ask a professor in electrical engineering department or computer science department in MIT even, they say we are mathematicians. But you know, they know themselves as mathematicians, but I don't know them. I don't count them as well, they're applied mathematicians, which sucks. If that's the definition of your mathematics, fuck that. I hate being that. I rather be an engineer. That's it. I rather own being an engineer, do engineer, use mathematics as a tool, but not believe that I'm a mathematician in another department. If I want to be a mathematician, I wanted to do like pure math, like differentiation, measure theory, those kind of stuff. So I hate it when these people say we are mathematician. Okay, if you are a mathematician, I hate mathematics. If what you do is mathematics, I hate mathematics. When I say mathematician, the kind of mathematics that I like, we don't have fight over the words. All right, fuck you, you get the word. You are a mathematician, then I hate mathematics. The kind of mathematics I like is about pure mathematics. I used to like. Now I don't have any interest, probably. But I like to be an engineer. This is what I learned from my PhD. I don't like to do theoretical stuff as an engineer. And I want to be an engineer. Alright, that's it. Oh, okay. Let's go back to Sam's video. He was talking about motivation. One thing I want to mention is that probably if Sam kept my opinion, Sam said, I don't know, now I need big reward money or something like that. If I doubt it. I mean, I don't doubt it, but my opinion is that if I went to mathematics at that time, or Sam went to physics at that time, and it was something that we liked. Okay, it is not something we like. By the way, also I have a objection to my statement as well. It is not something we like. If it was something we liked, we studied it. We started comparing it with money, with odds of getting a good application. So once this stuff comes to your mind, it shows that you didn't really like it as much as you should. And I'm happy I didn't do that math. Fuck that. I mean, math was nice because it gave me pleasure. And money gives me pleasure too. Other stuff give me. I want to have a horse. There are so many sources of pleasure. A good car gives you pleasure. Alright, blowjob gives you pleasure. Blowjob in a car gives you even more pleasure, like in the beginning of Wolf of Wall Street. So I don't think I really liked mathematics as much as I needed. If you look, we are crazy about something, but okay, I was like 90% crazy. And I think a lot of other people were, because I talked to my friends who had very similar interests, and they ended up saying the same things as I said. So I decided to share it with you. Probably it's not just for me 10 years ago. people who have an interest in mathematics, probably it resonates with them, I guess, a lot of them. And oh, okay, what was my statement? If you went to mathematics, or Sam went to physics, probably pure physics, or the physics that he liked, going to things, doing the things that you exactly liked, and put the same level of effort and energy that, I mean, being number one in electrical engineering in Sharif University is not, it's just, it is 10 times harder than being a UFC champion. That's what I believe in. Every day is a fight. If I put that amount of energy to be exceptional in mathematics, I would beat Einstein. Yeah, Einstein was easy. Einstein and Newton together. So I don't know. And then, okay, once you are doing something you like, you don't need the money. I think you are not distracted by money. You probably are dying out of hunger, but probably you don't notice it. So that's my thing. I have a small reasoning against Sam's video, that maybe if you were in mathematics or physics, we were not distracted by money, good cars. But to be honest, I like good money, good cars, eating in the restaurants. Bro, we went to LA. The models there are crazy. Like, the Boston sucks. I mean, if you're a girl from Boston, no disrespect, but LA or Florida or Miami are another level. So I mean, these are not something I am talking about my opinion. These are just measurable facts. You can measure the size. And I want to say, what do I want to say? Okay. Okay, so I want to say, that's it. Sam was talking about money. That is kind of an extrinsic reward. What a word! Extrinsic reward. And I think mathematics and physics, if we studied them, which was something we liked at the time, at least at the time, that was what we liked. And people brought other considerations into our brain that as a kid we haven't thought about them up to that time. Then we could have an intrinsic, that's all I'm saying. Mathematics could have an intrinsic, what is it called? Value or fulfillment or reward for us. So we may not be obsessed with extrinsic ones like money and do what we love. And who knew, we may have made money out of mathematics, or whenever we needed money we went make money, not being scared of not being able to make money, and out of that fear deciding to go electrical engineering. But go mathematics whenever you feel that you don't have enough food in your fridge and you're dying and your kid is crying too much. You go, I don't know, start making money. That's life. That sucks. That's what sucks about life, is that like ants, we need to get ready for the winter. We cannot enjoy the summer all the time. And I think, fuck that, let's live summer the best way and die in winter. What about that? Freeze in winter. And one other thing I wanted to say before finishing this 1 hour talk. Do I remember it? I don't remember. one thing I need to, probably needed to make a better video like Sam does, but I don't care, to be honest. I think if you are in mathematics, if you are like me 10 years ago, people with engineering backgrounds, a lot of them do not care about how you present stuff, which is completely opposite of most people think. They care a lot about marketing and branding. Engineers do not care. They rather walk in their running shoes everywhere. My apologies. I needed to make this video better. I believe, okay, one thing I learned is that it matters how you say things, but me 10 years ago probably doesn't care about it and cares more about what is being said. So, and this video was for him and people similar to him. And that's it. I think I wanted to say something, I forgot. But most importantly, once you forget something, it's a sign that it doesn't matter. And if you don't forget something, it doesn't matter. In general, most of the things do not matter. We just make them bigger. We don't care about them. Have fun in life. These are the things. Actually, this last minute is more important. I want to tell this more to myself 10 years ago and also now. So goodbye.